Hey everyone, my name is Leah and this is my Hodgkin's lymphoma story. So where to hopefully go from there. Bailey, honey, can you stop? Okay, here we go. You think you're so invincible and all of a sudden you're not. All of a sudden I'm a health conscious, young individual who eats organic. I don't go near toxic material. I've always been super clean about my makeup, my foods, everything. The chemicals and the processes and everything in my life, I'm very minimalistic. How does a person like me, who exercises 5 days a week, how do I get cancer? So guys, I'm a personal trainer. I'm originally from Canada, but I lived in the UK for the past 6 years, working in fitness and in healthcare. And about a year ago, I moved back to Canada, and that's when everything happened. I got this little puppy. She's my little rescue Bailey, and she'll be in all of my videos. And moreover, I got diagnosed with cancer about a month ago. Better than it looks. Because cancer doesn't discriminate, does it? Nope, it doesn't. So I'm sharing this with you from a more positive point of view, because I feel like cancer is not the end all and be all in life, and you need a positive mindset to beat it. So this is why I'm coming on here, because I've been fortunate enough to be part of a community of girls that are so supportive, a supportive network of individuals that have helped me through this beginning, this journey so far, and hopefully I can do the same for you. So here we go. Grab your juice, grab your tea, grab your green tea. Here we go. March of 2019, everything started going downhill. I was getting bit by bug bites. I was getting bit by bugs, tons of them, not like 1 or 2, but oh my god, they were incapacitating bug bites. They caused muscle pain, they caused joint pain. I was teaching spin at the time, so it was putting a lot of it was limiting my movement. I was cutting out classes, you know, missing out teaching, missing out on an income source, because I was so miserable from these bug bites. And it wasn't 1 or 2, it was like 20 in a span of about a month and a half, 2 months. And they could have been ticks, they could have been, I don't know what they were, but it was a weird transition between seasons, and I never figured this out completely. But I think those bug bites lowered my immune system so much that my Hodgkin's finally displayed itself. And you know, this is a point of contention. Like, nobody really knows what causes Hodgkin's or how it develops or whatnot, but this is what happened in my life leading up to me being diagnosed. So putting 2 and 2 together, you know, that weakened immune system state, I'm just gonna assume had some sort of a relationship or a correlation with my Hodgkin's emergence. So this carried on till the end of May. End of May, I was putting on my makeup. You know, I'm a personal trainer, going to work super early. I don't wear a lot of makeup anyways, but putting on my makeup, I noticed a bump on the left side of my neck. Quite a robust bump. Didn't think much of it. Lymph node. Maybe my shirt was too tight, rubbed me the wrong way, maybe it's a bruise, maybe it's something. You know, I'm quite active. I put barbells and dumbbells on my neck all the time. Who knows? Wait a week, it doesn't go away. I show it to my sister, and thank God for her, she forced me right then and there to get in the car and go straight to the doctors. So my doctor initially thought it was a lipoma, just a fat mass that sits under your tissue. And after a week it didn't go away. I went back. He started putting me on antibiotics. I got an ultrasound, I got an x-ray, I got a CT scan. The antibiotics initially did take away some of my symptoms. So my symptoms at that point, you know, it was getting warmer. I thought it had to do with the weather. I was sweating profusely at night. So the night sweats are very typical Hodgkin's symptom. For the classic B type, which is the unfavorable type, which unfortunately I was diagnosed with. I had itchy skin. I didn't have fevers yet, but I had weight loss. I was losing weight exponentially, and I wasn't necessarily training because I thought I was fighting an infection because of my swollen lymph nodes. So I'd been told to, you know, rest and let my body heal. Really hard to do when you're an active person. And all you want to do is exercise, but they tell you not to. So I feel like exercise would have actually kept my fitness levels a bit higher and had me fighting a little bit better. But hey, you win some, you lose some. And then at that point I was losing weight. I wasn't too hungry, my appetite was going, and I had night sweats. And after all of these scans, you know, a whole slew of antibiotics. I think I was on 3. I took azithromycin, amoxicillin, and then another one afterwards, which I discontinued. I went back to my doctor. My symptoms are still there, my bump is still there. And he says to me, you need to go in for a biopsy. It's the only way. So I went in for the biopsy. I waited 15 days for my results to come in. And lo and behold, the specialist looks at me and he says, you're young, but there's hope, and you have been diagnosed with classic Hodgkin's type B. So I'm putting this out there because the symptoms were not necessarily what I would assume to be cancer symptoms. They were more so, you know, like a cold, or, oh, it's hot outside, or I kept writing it off, everything. I kept writing everything off. Oh, I'm just like not fit, my lung capacity is lower. Turns out I had tumors that were actually aggravating my lungs. You know, I would do a rowing challenge at work with my clients and with my colleagues, and I would be out of breath for 45 minutes, coughing. I had a consistent dry cough, a little small cough. It was just all around miserable. And when I got diagnosed with Hodgkin's for 2 weeks, I was paralyzed. Because how do you react? Well, cancer doesn't discriminate. And it didn't when it came to me. So I was diagnosed. I now had an answer for what was wrong with me. Lo and behold, it's the wrong answer, and I don't want to hear it. But nonetheless, it's better to know than to not know. And after that, after those 2 weeks of spiritual crying, where you don't know why you're crying, it's a mixture of self-pity and a mixture of wallowing in your own pain and a mixture of trying to strengthen yourself so you can fight something, because you are fighting for your life regardless. It's cancer. Those 2 weeks were rough. But after that, I met my oncologist. We developed our chemo strategy, and I had to be tough because there is no way around it. You need to fight. And this is my journey of fitness through illness, of curing myself holistically with food while going through the most toxic chemo process ever, and staying positive throughout the whole thing. So I'm gonna share as much as I can with you, and this is just the first video of, you know, my symptoms, my diagnosis, and how to stay positive in the midst of something as horrible. We need more effort in research, we need more funds, We need more positivity, but it's amazing how many supportive individuals you can find in your life that will pick you up and help you work through anything.